Well, from a Pakistani orphanage to affluent adoptive Dutch parents, our guest this morning knows exactly what it's like growing up being different. Gabriella van Rij is the author of With All My Might. She joins us this morning. And Gabriella, you're really using your own personal story to reach children from college age all the way down to preschoolers, because you say they really already know what bullying is and that it's wrong.
Yes, they definitely know. They might not know the word bully, and so one of the teachers actually taught me to explain just for the little ones in the word meanness, and I actually really like that.
So they understand what the word mean is, and they know that's
they
wrong,
really
but bullying is a concept that we're really starting to understand.
They actually understand the concept because they're so smart, but then they think that a bully might be another person. It could never be them, whereas we've all been mean in our lives.
So what made you go out? I know we've had so many stories in the news, especially in, you were talking the gay community, the Tyler Clementi story, so many stories like that. But not only are you promoting the book, but you're going out and speaking to these kids. What really pushed you to do that?
The message acceptance, because there's no real tolerance among the children, and of course it starts in the home, but I feel that people need to educate a lot more, and the way to do that is by speaking about it, first of all, and speaking about your own story. I think when I go out in the schools, the children actually kind of relate. It resonates with them to see someone that's an adult today that is happy, that has not committed suicide, and that has gone through bullying throughout school and survived it.
I say to people, I'll hear people say, I feel like the black sheep of this group or my friends or my workplace. And I always say, sometimes that's not a bad thing to be the black sheep of a certain group, and it's okay to be different, and you're really teaching people to accept who they are and who their differences are.
I always say in the schools it's okay not to belong, and the children actually kind of look at me because that's a concept they don't grasp yet. And the reason they don't grasp it is because we desperately want to please. We want to be in the group. We want to belong to the family. We want to be within a unity. And I think when we're not, we either get nasty or we get attacked because we're unique. It's either or.
And another quick thing you mentioned is that you thought 9/11 actually kind of kick-started a lot of non-tolerance across our world. That's when a lot of this began, and we started to hear a lot more of those stories. Talk to me a little bit about that.
I think anyone that's from the Middle East today gets kind of a bum deal in the sense that, yes, we're profiling a little bit too much. And so children already learn to kind of think, oh, where does she come from? In my case, I come from Pakistan. And so, yeah, I don't think 9/11 did us any good in tolerance.
So really focusing on those differences and accepting yourself and putting it out there with your friends. What would be your biggest message to parents? I think there's so many parents struggling to help their kids fit in and get through these tough young years. What would your big message be to them?
I would really help because we have an added non-bonus, which is cyberbullying. So it's not just in the schools. The parents need to be more active, proactive. Follow your kids on the internet. Try to find out what's going on. It's difficult, I know. I mean, every second there's something new posted.
So checking their phones, checking their Facebook, their Twitter accounts.
It's non-stop. So the child that is being harassed, it's non-stop meanness coming at them. And they might really not tell the parents about it.
Well, that's exactly it. I thought a lot of times the kids don't want to tell a teacher or a friend, and certainly not their parents, because they don't want to worry them. And like you said, want to be accepted.
They don't want to worry them, but I think it's a question, in my case, I speak from personal experience, it's a question of humiliation. Why would you want to go through it twice? You kind of respect your parents, and you don't want them to even think that you are not capable of having any friendships.
Well, I think what you're doing is great, really getting that message out. Again, we want to tell you about the book. It is With All My Might. Gabriella has written this book, and it is available on Amazon. So you can go out there and talks about her amazing story. We couldn't get into it, but really, she knows exactly what she's talking about because she's been there and done that. And so we appreciate you sharing your story with our kids.
Thank you for having me.
And we're going to send it over to Ted Florendo. Good morning.
Good morning, Jen.